Hey everybody, it's Jeff here with T-Werx, once again, Entrepreneur Essentials, and glad to have my friend Wendy Irwin here today. So welcome, Wendy.
Thank you for having me.
So Wendy is a phenomenal business coach, and her company is Wendy Irwin Coaching and Perspicacity.
Very good.
I said the whole word. So you'll certainly explain that to us, what that means. But once again, if you look down below me is our subscribe button. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you're always up to date any of these videos that come out. So with that, Wendy, tell us a little bit about your entrepreneurial journey. How did you get to where you are today?
Wow. If I'm going to be truthful, I think my entrepreneurial journey started in like 1957, which was about 20 years before I was born.
True. Yeah.
No, but actually, my dad was an entrepreneur,
okay.
Or we called them back then business owners. It wasn't anything French and sexy like entrepreneur, but he had his own business and had a lot of talents. And I grew up in that atmosphere. I grew up in a home where my dad did his thing every day. Mm-hmm. And I saw what he did, and I kind of grew up understanding what that looked like. And why that was important is when I got into a corporate atmosphere as a grown-up, I went, yeah, this maybe isn't for me. Mm-hmm. And but I think it's just because I wasn't given the tools, because I'd never seen anyone. Yeah. So when I had my kids, mm-hmm. and I had the opportunity of going back to work, I decided I wanted to work for myself.
Cool.
And I did have the opportunity and luxury of kind of figuring out what that looked like. And I started my own creative business, which was making handbags and purses, and I had wholesale accounts and store accounts around town, and national wholesale accounts actually, and I just kind of slowly learned how to be my own business owner from scratch. Mm-hmm. And that was back before social media was even a thing. Mm-hmm. The internet was really just coming on the scene as a tool to sell things as opposed to just being a forum.
And of course you were 12 at the time.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yes.
I wish, yeah. So I learned the ropes early, and throughout that whole process I actually helped other young creative people kind of feel their way, and I really enjoyed that process, and that synergy you get from collaborating with other people, and the inspiration you get, because everybody brings in new ideas, and I really enjoyed that part of that business, which had very little to do with what I was doing, which was staying at home and working in my studio 6, 7, 8, 10 hours a day all by myself. Mm-hmm. So when I reached this point in my entrepreneurial journey where I couldn't really scale my business like I wanted to without going overseas, I took a really hard look at where I was and what I enjoyed about my life and career, and I realized that what I enjoyed was the collaboration and the helping others and mentoring and coaching. So that's what I started pursuing.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you are a certified coach, correct?
Yeah, I'm a certified professional coach through the International Coaching Federation, which is an overseeing association of all coaches globally. Mm-hmm. It helps with accreditation and core of ethics and just a standard of operations for all coaches to operate by. That's
fantastic. Yeah. Well, and you've gone through a lot of training to be certified for that.
It took me almost a year just to learn all I needed to learn, and then you also have this kind of internship and hours you have to put in before you get your accreditation through the ICF, which is what I did.
Which is outstanding. I mean, yeah, and there's a lot of people that call themselves coaches, but you've proven that you are a coach.
I'm the real deal, and that was one of the things I wanted to do, because I didn't know going into this there was differences between people calling themselves coaches and certified coaches, and when I found out the difference, I thought I want to really be armed with that knowledge, and so I can really serve my clients.
Yeah. So you actually have a process and everything that you follow. Yeah. So can you talk a little bit about what how you work with a client and who your typical clients are?
Well, the people I like working with the most, they always actually say your best client is you're coaching who you were 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
in a way, I really like working with new entrepreneurs. I like people in this process of transitioning, and maybe, what does my business look like? What's the message I want to get out there? What's my marketing look like? What's my branding look like? Am I really even fit for being an entrepreneur, or should I go back to work? What should I do? And that's the kind of thing I really like helping people figure out.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is, most people I think make amazing entrepreneurs, but it's when you get past what their expectations of what that is. And once they get their head wrapped around it, they really do grow fast and go far.
Yeah. Once they get past the fact that you don't actually have a life for the first 2 to 3 years.
No, but but if you're doing something you love, you really never have a job.
No.
So.
No, and that's the way I put it. I mean, but you have so many people that you'll talk to that, oh, I want a lifestyle business.
It's like, you and everyone else.
You and everyone else. It doesn't work that way.
You do have a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Can you define lifestyle for me?
Yeah, define lifestyle. I have no life, and that's what I do best, and we work with it. So explain perspicacity.
Well, I am somewhat of a word nerd. I call myself a wordsmith. I've always loved language. In school and in college, I studied to be an opera singer, so I can sing in like 5 languages. I really don't understand maybe 1 1/4 of a language, and sometimes English not so much. But I just love words. I love the origins of words, and I love the visualization they can convey. And perspicacity is a word that means about 100 different things. But for the most part, what it means is someone who has a keen insight into the details and things that are unseen. And I really, really like that word. And to me, that puts what I do for people in a nutshell.
I love it.
It's a very, what
Big
they call
word.
a college word nutshell, but it is a good nutshell. That's why I love words. It would take you 3 paragraphs to really describe what it is, but the word and the meaning mean one thing.
And it makes people ask you, what the heck is perspicacity?
Exactly.
So tell me what's new in your world.
Well, I have been doing a lot of networking, and I'm really enjoying working with some new types of clients, people who are maybe about 18 months to 2 years into a new business.
Okay.
And because originally I'd started out with brand new business owners, and they're like, this isn't working. I thought I had a really good idea of what I wanted, or this looked great on paper, but now that I'm in the middle of this whole operating scheme, it's not working for me. I would say like half my clients are in that spot right now. And that's where I was 5 minutes ago. So
there you go.
So it's
we've been through that journey together.
Yes, so that's really where I am, and I'm really enjoying the process because it's helping people not even rebrand themselves, but figure out their clarity in their message.
Yeah. Well, who they are too, and why they're, or more importantly, why they're doing what they're doing. And I think a lot of people get off track with that.
Right. It's kind of like an idealized home. They're over that idealization of what business is. Now they're in the nitty gritty, and they're ready to commit to anything that's going to take to get this message out. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so fast 5 questions now.
Okay.
All right, so you wake up in the morning, business is totally gone, $500 in your pocket, laptop, computer, you have a place to live, food. What would you do first?
I probably would go out and network.
Okay.
Because that's how I get business, and that's a nice thing about being a coach is I really don't need much except for my skills and another human being. That's important.
Yeah.
So other human beings
are
important. So I would go out and find other human beings.
That's probably good. Yes, because talking to yourself in the corner is probably not.
I've done that, and it's it can work at times, but it's not something.
It doesn't pay well.
It doesn't.
And people put you in rooms by yourself. So, tell me about your biggest entrepreneurial mistake.
My biggest entrepreneurial mistake. I don't really like mistakes. I mean, I don't believe in mistakes. I think they're learning points, right?
Well,
but as far as mistakes, I would think not believing in the quality of my product.
Okay.
Had I known, even with my first business, I would have probably made a lot more money back then, because when you do something very specific, it's really not about what you're giving somebody. They're paying for experience and knowledge and what they're getting out of it. And so I think maybe not pricing, I would have switched my mindset a little earlier, I think, to figure out that I'm offering a solution to a problem. It's hard to think that way in terms of purses and stuff, but I brought 35 years worth of knowledge in sewing and life to whatever I did. And so I think it would
And they were really cool. Too.
They were really
I mean,
cool. And I'm still not getting top dollar for the most people, but I would ask.
Yeah.
Mainly because it's like I'm bleeding. I can only do so much. You know?
You're the only one that's doing all the sewing. So.
Exactly.
Yes, my blood really literally goes into this
there
product.
are purses out there with my DNA.
Yes,
There are.
So tell me about a book that you would recommend for a client or an entrepreneur.
Well, actually, I think you recommended a book to me that I
Okay.
enjoyed, which was the Napoleon Hill's.
Oh, geez, now you're asking me.
Sorry.
Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich.
Think and Grow Rich.
Yes.
That's that I enjoyed that book a lot, but I think more for the people that he highlighted in the book, I went and read biographies of.
Yeah.
I'm a big reader, and I like reading about people who have been historic successfully and what their mindset is. So there's a lot of stuff that I got from that. I enjoyed that book. I wanted to go deeper.
Getting to know those people.
I wanted to go deeper, and so that's what I did.
I've
So it was
done
great.
the same thing.
Yeah, it was a great starting off point, and I really enjoyed You Are a Badass.
I've not read that one.
You have not read
No.
that? Oh, it's a good one. And if you ask me her name, I'm terrible at names and authors because I read like 15 books a month.
Yeah.
So they all blur together after a while.
Well, folks, we will actually look that up, and we'll put it in the show notes down below us so that you can actually link to it.
That's a great one because it talks about what she really does touch on is just believing in yourself in the best possible way.
Got it.
Yeah.
Nice. Is there a tool that you use, maybe like an Evernote or something along those lines, every day in your business?
You know, I use my Bluetooth headset like a fiend.
Okay.
And it's an LG, and getting a really good, because communication for a coach, hearing the silences and the clicking and is this person busy? What are they doing instead of focusing on this conversation? Those kind of little nuances over a headset are really, really important because I can't do all my work face to face.
Okay.
So having a really, really good communication device like that is paramount in my business.
Okay.
So that's what I do, and then I have my Mac, but unfortunately it stays right where it is.
It doesn't leave, yes.
No, it stays right where the storage drive where all the stuff
Yes,
goes. Yeah.
exactly. Awesome. So how does somebody get a hold of you?
Well, you can contact me through my website, which is wendyirwin.com, and that's Irwin with an IRWIN. And you can also reach me by phone at 512-217-3141. And that's my number. And you can send me an email or contact or make an appointment directly from my website.
Awesome. Well, all of that will be below here in the show notes, so you can link directly to Wendy's website, take a look at what she does and how she does it and why she does it more than anything. Wendy, thank you.
Thank you very much.
As always for coming out. Wendy and I have been friends almost since the beginning we met each other. We just liked each other from the beginning, and I love her sense of humor. So, folks, I can't tell you if you're really kind of struggling to figure out, all right, where do I go with my business, and really need to get your head on straight, I highly recommend Wendy to. With the little quotes, I highly recommend reaching out and just buying her a cup of coffee, or she might even buy you a cup of coffee, and having a little discussion about what and where you want to go. So thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks.